Hey everybody, this is Justin from Stillness in the Storm. If you haven't seen this already, you're gonna want to see this. I had to go live like right away. Excuse me, as you can see, I'm not in my normal studio. And what I noticed, I had a really good friend of mine, colleague, he immediately alerted me to this. I don't know if what it is. I don't know if it's a big deal. I just know to me it looks like a big deal, especially given who this person is. So I want you to just watch my screen right now. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen. And I want you to take a look at this. So here I am on Google, and I'm going to go ahead and search for Richard Grenell. And as you can see, there's our good friend here, Richard Grenell. And I'm just going to zoom in so you can see this. And if you notice, hmm, President of the United States. What is up with that? I have no idea. You know, to me, it might be just like a glitch, or there might be something else going on. I got to believe that the Gogs and Magogs of Google, our lovely overlords over there, would have a little bit more sense when it comes to these things. But here we are, and we see the President of the United States is right underneath Richard Grenell's name. Now, I want to say that this information might come from Wikipedia, but I can't be sure. No, I don't think it does. Um, I'm reminded when I saw I'm sure everybody remembers back in, it was just after the election in 2020 November, where if you asked Siri the age of the president, the answer it gave you was Kamala Harris's name. Yeah, really crazy. Then, here, let me see if I can pull this up. I'm going to stop the screen real quick. Then there's this. So I'm sure I'm actually having a video that I'm going to be doing here later. And I should be releasing it tomorrow, but I just want to show you guys all this. So then we have this. So I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to do a little commentary, and then I got to get back to work. So as you can see here, we've got two shots. Now, if those of you who don't know, these are two different angles of Biden walking up to the press. I believe he's headed somewhere on, I forget that helicopter is the name that, the president travels on, but he's about to go walk on that thing. So he's walking up to the press here, and keep a looking on bottom towards the microphones. See these microphones? Now you see that? His hands in a really awkward and clumsy way. Yeah, I'm going to slow down the speed. See this? Look at that. And also notice on this side, same thing. So that's ridiculous. So what does this mean? Well, I don't know exactly what it means, but it implies that the illusion machine, you might be say, is having some major issues. I mean, think about it. Like, how many mess ups on that scale have you seen over the past 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? I really can't remember any of that scale. Like, these guys are pretty good at maintaining their illusions. And yet, within the space of a couple months, we see, really big mistakes on the part of our friends upstairs. Well, not our friends, the bad guys upstairs. I don't want to use too much innuendo, but you know what I'm talking about. The deep state. They're illusionists. They are manipulators. They're deceivers. They're liars. They're in league with the enemy. And they are really good at deceiving people. At least they were. Now they're like a bunch of clowns and managed to break their way into a studio and then barely know how to work a green screen like that. What we just saw was pathetic. And yet it happened. So it makes me wonder, is this part of some type of is this an indication that the mighty have fallen? Is this an indication that the bad guys are losing their mojo and it's just going to keep getting worse and worse? And Biden, of all people, who's like the gaff machine of gaff machines, is a kind of, personification of this loss of confidence or loss of competence that the deep state has to affect their illusions? Or is this an indication that there's white hat forces that are within the deep state apparatus that are intentionally letting mistakes get revealed to the public so that we can see them. I mean, these are things that, like I just saw, like we just showed you, these are like huge, huge issues. Let me pull up another one here. I'm sure all of you saw this. I might not have it. Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to find it here. But while I'm trying to look for it, you know, another big one is the fact the president should be, you know, walking on his 2 feet. He should be healthy. He should be an indication of the health, because, like, you know, a lot of the things, the way they work in our world, the okay. All right, this one isn't the right one, but it'll give you at least an idea. So before I get into it, let me just finish my spiel here. In most social groups, the way the social psychology works is that when you're, let's say you're somebody from you know, the United States, in the world, every other person that claims to be American and is from the United States represents the United States. And so when somebody of your herd, your tribe, goes out there and does something that you don't like, then it's usually because you don't want your identity, your group identity, that here, the United States in this case, to be besmirched by a poor representative. That same dynamic is at work with the presidency, of course. Joe Biden represents America. He represents, you know, the United States, and he represents all of the American people to a certain extent. Obviously, he doesn't, you know, like literally represent us, but in terms of the team, right? So when somebody from the team, and he's also supposed to be the best. He's the president of the United States. He should be like the, you know, the acme athlete. He should be the highest level of competence, intelligence, physical fitness, you know, able to outwit anybody in a debate, able to, you know, do all sorts of really impressive things because he's supposed to be the best amongst us. And, you know, where are you getting that from? You might be wondering. Well, I'm getting it because there's a general concept in psychology, in the sociology of how group dynamics work. A leader is supposed to embody the best traits and qualities of whatever group they're leader of. So given that, let's take a look at this. Here, hold on, I'm going to download this. All right, and I'm going to open it up real quick. And all right, here we go. So given this, look at this. So mind you, this is a meme. It's a hilarious meme, so you're going to get a kick out of it. But this is going to be Joe Biden falling 3 times. If you haven't seen this already, it's pretty striking. So here, I want you to keep in mind that this is a meme. So they inserted President Trump in here, and in the points where Biden falls. Biden fell 3 times on his way up the stairs to what we are being told is Air Force One, although I'm not entirely sure that it is Air Force One. So here we go. Look at this. So this is the first fall. This is the second one. And there's the third one. That is a hilarious meme, I gotta say. Like, you know, shame on me for laughing at a person who's getting hit with a golf ball, but, you know, it's hilarious. Come on, we're living in internet culture here. The fact that, you know, they managed to interlace Trump hitting a golf ball on a golf course and it somehow smacking Joe Biden in the back of the head, and that's why he's falling. It's hilarious. I mean, let's be honest with each other. So here we go. Here's another example. Like, how is it that somebody like Joe Biden, this is my point, how is it that somebody like Joe Biden managed to get into this seat, the presidency, and prior to the deep state representative we had prior to Joe Biden was Barack Obama. Like, I can't stand the guy, but when it comes to, like, you know, the level of sportsmanship that is involved with a con, Barack Obama is, like, bar none, way better, light years ahead of Joe Biden. Barack Obama can dance circles around Joe Biden. So how is this the case that, you know, this guy is the guy that's supposed to represent the cabal? Well, I think it heralds good news, doesn't it? I mean, we have just the ones I can think of. I'm not even really trying. So there's probably like dozens more potentially, I got to believe, just through the, you know, through statistically speaking, when you see a sample size of something and you're not even really trying, that it's possibly a good indication that there's a whole lot more out there, especially if you started looking. Who knows? But we have three major gaffes that I can think of happening in a short period of time. I mean, that's pretty huge. So anyway, getting back to the main thing I wanted to show you. Let's go to, where is it? I'll just do this one. Let's go to Richard Grenell here. So yeah, if you go to Google and you search for Richard Grenell, what comes up? It says that he's the president of the United States. How is this possible? Is this implying something? Is this a mistake? Like, how does somebody make a mistake like that? You know, I can imagine something else, something a little bit more innocuous, but for Richard Grenell to be listed as the president of the United States, it seems crazy. And yet these things are happening. So what's going on? Is there a ghost in the machine? Is the alliance going in there? Are the good guys going in there and they're messing around with all of the levers and pins for the deep state deception apparatus? I'm starting to think that's the case because, like I said, we have Joe Biden, these clips. I got another one in the video I'm putting out here in a few days, or probably tomorrow, of not only Joe Biden, the microphone, the CGI microphones, but another example where his head just like dematerializes. What is happening? I mean, heretofore, the deep state Hollywood apparatus has been like almost impeccable. And now all of a sudden we got all these mistakes. I think that heralds good news. I think this means that there's a lot of good things happening behind the scenes. I got another video coming out about Myanmar and a whole bunch more. I've got like 6 videos in the queue right now. So I'm having to work, or I'm working on my next episode of Into the Storm on edgeofwonder.tv. If you haven't seen that series, check it out. I'm doing a series on the proof of the existence of God and the psychology of proof and why people believe in God. And despite what, you know, I think we've been told throughout many years of history, I think there really is a way to prove the existence of God. And you don't have to be like, you know, Stephen Hawking or anything to figure it out. And it has serious implications. So there's a lot of awesome stuff coming down the pike. I'm Justin from Stillness in the Storm. If you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the content, please like and share it. Please also go to stillnessinthestorm.com/donate to support our work. We really need your support. We just got our Vimeo channel taken down. We're constantly being shadow banned. That if it wasn't for your support, none of this could happen. And we're really trying to get some awesome information into your hands because we're in an amazing time in history.